Good afternoon, Abbotsford residents. I'm Mr. Pelican. I'm running for mayor of Abbotsford. This time, there won't be no block. I made it clear why I'm running for Abbotsford's mayor is the organization of corruption, which took place in our private police department under the former mayor, his son, and his coalition. I called them a mob. Abbotsford residents called them the establishment. What I learned from Henry's son was unbelievable. What was taking place in my community after I saw the great George Ferguson. Today I stand on Cooper's Farm. The controversy of Cooper's Farm. 3,000 people got told to stick it where the sun don't shine. That needed to stop. This, under a proper mayor, should have went back to a public hearing, and then it should have been before the courts. It didn't. Henry Braun snuck into the city, and what he did is he changed the schedule on Sunday, then he blamed housekeeping. The proper mayor should have ranted. What he was doing is fast-tracking these jobs to ram him through for his friends. I'm all for development. As your mayor, I will welcome all kinds of developers into Abbotsford, and I will help them. It don't matter who you are. As long as it makes sense to the community has a voice and a saying, and it's not isolated between the councils. And what were they doing? Collaborating to pass it through. We need to go after these things. I made it clear the first thing we need is a police department that will hold the balance of the law here in Abbotsford. Then we have to go after Archway, and I made it clear. And we'll go after these things. Why I'm on Cooper's Farm? Let me show you why. This job site, I learned and I studied under Darren Brown, had no proper planning. If you look up the road there, what we should have had done up the road here is the proper infrastructure done. So we got all this traffic that will be coming in here on this highway every day with these schools here. And it'll be a bottleneck like nobody's ever seen. But that didn't make sense because greed was here. We'll rush it through, we'll get Polygon in here. Nobody will challenge Polygon, they're too big. And I'm the mayor and I'll sneak it through on Sunday and we'll have councils agree and everybody in Abbotsford can look away. I said so when I have friends. That was Henry Braun. This will put a delay getting your kids to school up to 2 to 3 hours. It'll put a delay of getting out of this chaos for 2 to 3 hours. That is where proper planning, proper feedback from the community and what should have took place. But this was done on greed. I guarantee you as mayor, the first thing I do is bring the RCMP in and forensic audits. And I want to know why 3,000 people got jammed by city councils that were collaborating in Henry's house. We know Ross Simonson was never the mayor. We know that. We could see him at his gas station. We knew he ran his signs here with Abbotsford City Council. Now under that, who are they going to run for mayor? Who are they going to try to back, feed, and hold up from the back? Henry Brown is with his establishment still to prop somebody in for mayor because you're not going to stop what's coming. I'm going to lead for Abbotsford community. I'm going to put the city back that you could come in with your complaints, your issues, what developers are getting special treatment, and why this is being done on your tax dollars. And the first thing I'm going to do, is made it clear, is we're going to get a proper police force. Abbotsford police are going to get overhauled like they've never been. I'm going to turn them inside out and upside down and flip them over. Then I'm going to go after the Abbotsford newspaper that Henry brought online to the city to cover all its stuff and do damage control and make this look good over the Abbotsford community. And it didn't have the voice of Abbotsford residents. And taxpayers are on the hook to keep that newspaper up out of the city. That I'm going to stop, and I'm going to put a stop to it very, very quickly as your mayor. Very quickly. And then I'm going to see how much the city was paying to keep it afloat, that newspaper, and what it was, and why it wasn't farming stuff out to other newspapers. And we'll go after that. We'll go after it like it's never been. But I'm also doing this, Abbotsford residents. I'm doing interviews because I want to run a proper city council and a proper people in our community, and I'm looking for qualified people that want to be a voice, doctors, police officers, people that figure they can lead. So I'm doing an interview. Please, I'll do it live on my channel and I'll do a podcast. I'm looking, maybe Darren Braun will stand up, Henry's own son, and I can get all the leads for what Henry did. But this was done wrong. And we need to make sure. Now, number one, this is going to be addressed for these 3,000 people and more. And we're going to see who was getting rich off of this. And we know Ross Siemens' signs were here. And we know City Council's signs were here. And we know Patricia Dreesen's signs were here. And that means the developer said, I'll help you, you help me, and squish the community. I learned that when I used to work in Vancouver. This is why developers like Peter Wall, Aquilini, Mike Ducote, Ani, I told you Ani, and all these Cressy developments never done this. This is why I want to run for Abbotsford City. I'm live. Cooper's Farm, ladies and gentlemen.